Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Place. Very happy you could join with us tonight, and we especially want to thank all you wonderful people who took a minute out to send us a card or call us on the phone to tell us that you've enjoyed the show. We certainly enjoyed doing it for you, and the crew and I want to thank you very much for taking time to tell us that you like it. We have another great show set up for you tonight. We're going to open with some guests from the Southbridge Youth Soccer Association. And we're also going to be talking with Don LaRush from the Southbridge Optimist Club. And also Holly Vescher is with us from Southbridge High School, who is going to read her Voice of Democracy winning essay. And we also have Bill Goodspeed, who is an outstanding singer-guitarist, who is going to be on the show tonight. So we hope you're going to stand by because you're going to enjoy the program that we have planned for you. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment with more from Joe's Place. And welcome back to Joe's Place, and we're very happy to have with us some people from the Southbridge Youth Soccer Association. 3 charming young ladies with us right here, and also 3 officials of the league. We're going to introduce them for you. First of all, we have Dave Briggio, who is chairman of the board of directors of Southbridge Youth Soccer. We have Pete Canoia, who is the commissioner of spring soccer, and we have Jerry Hewitt, who is president of Southbridge Youth Soccer Association. I keep saying youth hockey. I was involved in that for a long time, but youth soccer has taken over in Southbridge, and we're very happy to have with us Dave, who is coaching the new 10 and under girls soccer team. Dave, can you introduce the 3 young ladies for us here first?
Yes, the 3 young girls that we have today are, to my far left is Stacy Comtois, in the center is Danielle Briggio, and closest to me is Andrea Arter. And as much as I'd love to be the chairman of the board of soccer, in all kiddingly, I'm just serving as a coach this year.
Oh, you are?
On
okay,
the soccer,
okay.
right.
Can we talk a little bit with the girls here and ask them a few questions? First of all, you really like to play soccer?
Yeah,
You do, huh? And what school do you go to?
West Street.
Okay. What's so great about playing soccer? Is it a lot of fun? Or?
Yeah.
Yes, huh? How do you feel about it? Do you like soccer?
Mhm.
You do?
I like it, well, because it's, I don't know, it's fun.
It's fun, right. And how do you feel about it?
I think it's fun.
It's fun too, huh? That's good. They all think it's fun. Dave, what about the team this year? Or how about the league? You have 5 or 6 teams in the new league?
I believe there are 5 teams that participate in the spring program, and this is the first year in many years that we're able to put together an under-10 all-girls team. We haven't had this in quite a few years. I coached in the previous fall league, and there was a lot of interest that was shown by the coaches and the parents. So we decided this year to have tryouts and put a team together, and the girls have been very enthusiastic. The parents have been wonderful. As you can see, the parents got together this year, and we were able to purchase new uniforms for the girls.
I wanted to talk about the uniforms. These are great. I think we can get a shot of the pretty colors, red, black, and white. And the team's name is Southbridge Strikers.
Correct.
Right. Very, very nice. Can we turn to Pete a minute here and talk about the Spring League in general? Pete, how are things set up for this year?
Well, as Dave said, we have 5 teams. We have an under-17 team, 2 under-14s, an under-12, and Dave's under-10 team, which is typical in the spring. We have 4 or 5 teams. We participate in the Mays League, which is the Midland Area Youth Soccer League. It's much more competitive than the fall. The fall is considered recreational, whereas the spring is considered competitive.
I see. Now, Pete, what about the situation with the weather? Are you going to be able to get started this year on time? I know a lot of the baseball teams and the golfers in the area are concerned about the use of the fields and the golf courses. How do you think you'll match up there?
Well, we don't. The fields are basically underwater.
Yeah.
In fact, Dave had a game scheduled today and had to cancel.
Oh, wow.
But we do have 2 teams playing, but they're playing out of town.
Okay, and Southbridge Youth Soccer is going very well right now. How many do you estimate? How many youngsters do we have overall playing? A ballpark idea, so to speak.
Well, we have approximately 70 playing in the spring. The fall program, which Jerry can talk about, but we have approximately 380 kids playing in the fall.
That's great. Let's switch over to Jerry. Everyone knows Jerry from the YMCA, and Jerry, you're also in the head chair this year as president. Can you give us a little bit of rundown on just what is planned for the season, and also maybe some of the competition levels?
A little recap, first of all. Last fall, we fielded 26 teams in various divisions. We start children as young as 4.5 years of age, our under 6 division. Then we field teams in an under 8 division, under 10, under 12s, and under 14s. Last year, as Pete said, we had just about 380 children who played in the program, and we're hoping to build off of this spring and increase those numbers. And the feeling is, the interest is that very likely we'll do very well this fall. In fact, the other day I received a call from someone asking about registration for our fall programs, and person just kind of jumped the gun on us. I have a flyer that's going out to the schools with those dates, but if I might mention them here on air, April 14th and April 16th, and May 19th and May 21st at the YMCA will be holding registration for our fall programs.
Very good, Jerry. Thank you very much. Dave, I just had one last question. You've coached both boys and girls in soccer, and you've also coached basketball, the Wells Junior High team. What is the difference coaching boys and girls? Are the girls easier to coach?
It's a little night and day.
It is, huh? Yeah.
I guess a classic example, when I would do the boys under 10 teams, you'd run the boys pretty hard, and you'd get about halfway through practice, and you'd say, all right, boys, let's take a water break. And the boys would all run over, and they'd give you that exhausted, I've had enough, coach. Run over and get their water breaks, and then this year, usually when we have the girls take their break, we'll go about a half hour into practice, and we'll say, girls, take a break. And the girls will walk over and get their water break, and before you can get back, 5 or 6 of them will be doing cartwheels as they're going down. So it's a whole different perspective. They're a wonderful, wonderful group to work with. They work as hard as the boys do, but they have a little bit different perspective, and it's a lot of fun.
Very good. We want to thank you very much, Jerry Hewitt, Pete Canoia, and Dave Briggio, and especially the young ladies. And will you girls promise you'll come back again and visit with us on television?
Mm-hmm.
And how about you?
Mm-hmm.
You will too? 3? Mm-hmm. That means it's okay. Well, we want to thank our guests from Youth Soccer, and we want to thank you for tuning in tonight. And we'll be back in just a moment with more from Joe's Place. Our next guest is a very special guy because he's involved in the Southbridge Optimist Club programs, and they have done so many outstanding things for the youngsters of this community. I'm talking about Donald LaRush. And Don, we're very happy you could join with us tonight.
Thank you, Joe, for having me.
And you are the co-chairman of the Big July celebration for the Optimists this year, and I understand things are going very well.
That is correct, Joe. Plans are underway, and everything is starting to fall together with the plans. We've got a fun-filled afternoon scheduled and planned, starting off with our soapbox derby, as usual. This year, we're looking to try to have 2 divisions, a classical wheel and the conventional wheels. The difference of that is one of them is the fiberglass made, and the other one is the old-time regular carriage wheels.
Okay, now this year we're moving up the celebration to a new date. I think we should tell the people that right off the bat, that we're not on 4th of July this weekend this year. We're moving to the next weekend.
That is correct, Joe. This year's Family Fun Day is July 9th. And the rain date is July 10th. We won't talk about a rain date because we're going to be optimistic about this and have nice weather on a Saturday, so we don't have to concern ourselves with bad weather.
And the reason for moving it up another week, there's probably many reasons. Mainly, it allows the Optimist people to spend time with their family on 4th of July and sort of releases the whole idea to the next weekend.
That is correct, Joe. A couple of other things that are involved that weekend is the Optimist Club have their international convention, which is being held in Montreal, Canada this year. So a lot of the club members and the presidents and the vice presidents want to be able to attend so we can get more information and more knowledge about the Optimist clubs and organizations throughout the country. So that's one of the other reasons that we're moving the Family Fun Day to the July 9th date instead of the July 4th. And that way there we won't coincide with any of the other fireworks shows in the area towns.
Well, you know, one of our good friends who helped us in building our sets for Joe's Place is John Sohanek, and I understand that John is your co-chairman. I don't think you could find a better co-chairman because he's really on the ball.
That's correct, Joe. John Sohanek is my right-hand man with all of this, and he's been involved in the Optimist Club a lot longer than I have. I'm just coming into this. This is my first year as chairman with any of the functions, but through the guidance of John Sohanek and the further chairman, the other chairmans that were involved with it is Sam Lavager, and through their help and direction, I'm well on the way to handling this without too many problems or bumps or anything else along the way.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a wonderful celebration, and I'm sure the community and the surrounding communities really enjoy getting together for the big Optimist Family Fun Day. Now, let's talk a little bit about this big event that opens tomorrow. Well, it's been running right along, and it opens again tomorrow at the Red Carpet Car Wash. I understand that the Optimists have a very special fundraising program going, so you want to explain a little bit about that?
Sure, Joe. The Optimist Club, through the gratefulness and gratitude of Norman Lafreniere, the owner of Red Carpet Car Wash in the town of Southbridge, has donated the entire car wash for the whole month of April. What we're doing is we're running what they call the Optimist Special at the car wash. It is the entire works wash for the vehicle. We'll make the vehicle look like new. Come on down and just pull up to the person and ask him for the Optimist Special, and they'd be more than glad to send you through there for the works. And it takes the car from top to bottom and washes it throughout, underneath, everything.
So the donation goes to the Optimist Family Fun Day.
That's correct, Joe. A portion of the fee goes to the fireworks fund.
Well, that's great. Well, we want to thank you very much for joining us, and we hope you're going to come back and join us again and let us know how things are progressing with the Family Fun Day.
I'd love to, Joe. Thank you for having me.
Okay, our guest has been Donald LaRush of the Southbridge Optimist Club. Very happy he could join us today. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Joe's Place. Our special guest tonight is a young lady from Southbridge High School. Her name is Holly Vescher. And Holly, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And Holly is with us tonight because she is the winner of the Southbridge Optimist Essay Contest and also the Veterans of Foreign Wars Contest. She's won at both the local and the state and regional levels. Let's talk a little bit, Holly, about the Optimist Club Essay Contest first. That was an oration contest. You had to read your essay.
Yes, that was a live contest. The theme of that essay was I Can Make a Difference.
And then after the Optimist local competition, you went on to win regional, is that it?
Yes, the district competition.
The district competition,
Yes.
yeah. Well, that must have been quite an accomplishment. I'm sure Mom and Dad and the family were really happy to
Yes, they really
see
were.
that, huh? Good. Now let's talk a little bit about the Veterans of Foreign Wars Voice of Democracy contest. That's been going on for quite a few years. You wrote a prize-winning essay for that one on the local level and also went on to state competition?
To the district as
To
well.
the district, really.
Yes.
So you really enjoy writing essays, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Good. Now, you're a junior at Southbridge High School,
Mhm.
a member of the student council there?
Yes.
Right. And how about other activities at the school?
I'm a member of the National Honor Society. I'm president of the Business Professionals of America. I'm public relations manager of the Student Council. I'm a varsity cheerleader.
And you put varsity cheerleader last. I think you should have that first. You guys did a great job
Yes,
this
we
year.
really did.
You must be proud of all of the competitions that you won, and we watched you a lot at the Southbridge High basketball games and the football games, so we know what a great group you have. How about doing us the honor of reading your essay tonight, the Voice of Democracy winning essay?
I would love to.
Good. We're going to present Holly Vescher. She's going to read her essay on the Voice of Democracy contest.
My commitment to America. I will be heard, seen, and felt. Our country, right or wrong, when right, to be kept right, when wrong, to be put right. These words are as viable today as when Carl Schurz, newspaper publisher, wrote them 100 years ago. This belief will serve as my credo as I look forward to the bright future of America. Young people like myself must accept the responsibility of becoming active participants in the ever-changing educational, social, and political process of our nation. My goal is to strengthen America's many positive assets and to improve its weaknesses through the legislative process. Former New York Governor Alfred E. Smith stressed this point when he stated, "The ills of democracy can be cured by more democracy." My name is not revolution, but rather revelation. The tomorrow I seek will come about not through rebellion, but through my actions, instincts, and compassion. My commitment to America will be heard, seen, and felt. I will be unafraid of taking risks as long as my actions are moral and honorable. I will never fear taking a strong stand against anyone or anything I believe is detrimental to my fellow man. There will be a commitment on my part to speak out against views I deem immoral or unjust, no matter the consequences I might face. Henry David Thoreau observed that a man more right than his neighbor constitutes a majority of one. I wish to be a part of that majority whose lone, loud voices will inspire others to a lifetime of commitment. Public opinion is a weak dictator when compared to our private opinions. My words will echo throughout society. I will be heard. Marching forward with the knowledge that my thoughts are based on a higher law, I will become what John F. Kennedy described as the humblest citizen, who when clad in the armor of righteousness is invincible. I will strive to elevate the conditions of the lives around me, near and far. My actions will be tempered by the successes and failures of the past, by the injustices and privileges of the present, and hopes for mankind's future. Like Abraham Lincoln, I will strive to ensure that our democracy is truly of the people, by the people, and for the people. Franklin Delano Roosevelt felt that a nation which does not remember what it was yesterday and does not know what it is today will not understand what it is trying to do for tomorrow. My dreams for tomorrow demand that I do all that is possible in the present to develop a sense of hope and a love of justice in the hearts of all Earth's citizens. The ultimate action is what people actually do, not what they think they do. I will do whatever I must with all the strength I can muster wherever I witness intolerable situations. My actions will speak for themselves. They will be demonstrated, and I will be seen. Compassion and concern may be my strongest assets. I have a deep and unrelenting empathy for the woes and pains of all suffering people. I will not turn my back on the deprivation, starvation, and conflict that exist all around me. I will, in the words of President John F. Kennedy, work incessantly toward the formation of a grand and global alliance against the common enemies of man: tyranny, poverty, disease, and war. All Americans should not establish the accumulation of personal abundance as their main goal in life. Each of us should become involved with providing enough for those who have too little. I will deliver light where there is darkness and hope where there is despair. My emotional commitment is never ending, and it will be felt. I believe that each individual person is created as the steward of his or her own destiny, with great power for a specific purpose: to share with others through service, words, and empathy, a reverence for life in a spirit of love and hope, liberty and justice, with charity for all and malice toward none. I am the opportunity that is named America. I will be heard, I will be seen, and I will be felt.
Excellent, Holly. Great. That was just fantastic. Well, we really appreciate you joining with us tonight, and I think you got a future in television, really. I think you should come back and be on our show again. Would you do that for us?
I would be honored.
That's great. Holly Vescher, the Voice of Democracy winner from Southbridge High School. We want to thank her very much, and we'll be back in just a moment, so stay tuned for more of Joe's Place.
Thank you very much, Mr. DeBella. Thanks a lot.
Well, hi, and welcome back to Joe's Place. We're very happy to have with us for the final segment of the show a young man who is well known to not only Southbridge audiences, but New England and around the country as well. He's a recording artist. His name is Bill Goodspeed, and Bill, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Joe.
We are really happy that you could join with us tonight because a lot of people have been asking if we could get you on the show. So we were very happy to get you on our third show, and we hope that maybe you could do a few numbers for us. Good. Now tell me a little bit about yourself. I know that you have some cassettes out, and I know that you've done a lot of dates throughout New England. How about a little bit about some of the background?
All right. I started playing guitar about 14 years ago and stuck with it and made a profession out of it. And just doing different TV shows and performing in different lounges and restaurants.
And also down south, too, I understand.
Yes, I spent some time in Clearwater Beach, Florida, and playing the resorts along the West Coast.
Well, I know the boys at Garden Music tell me that you have a nice cassette out, too, and
Yeah.
that's available. You have that at dates when you play dates?
Yes, I do.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
Well, how about doing a few numbers for us?
You got it.
Okay, we're going to present Bill Goodspeed.
The sunshine go away today. Don't feel much like dancing. Some man's come and tried to run my life. He don't know what he's asking. He's telling me I better get in line. Can't hear a word he's saying. When I grow up, I'm gonna make him mine. 'Cause these ain't dues I've been paying. And how much does it cost? I'll buy it. Time is all we've lost. I'll try it. He can't even run his own life without if he'll run mine. Sunshine, sunshine, go away today. Don't feel much like dancing. Some man's come and tried to run my life. He don't know what he's asking. Working starts to make me wonder where fruits of what I do are going. He says in love and war all is fair. He's got cars he ain't showing. And how much does it cost? I'll buy it. Time is all we've lost. I'll try it. He can't even run his own life without if he'll run mine. Sunshine, sunshine, come back another day. Promise you I'll be singing. In this old world it's gonna turn around. Brand new bells will be ringing. All right. Thank you. This next song is an original song I wrote about the Berry Hotel out in Berry, Mass. It had burnt down about 3-4 years back. I dedicate this song to it. It stood tall for as long as I knew. 4 stories high, its paint was light blue. There in the depths of history, design took you back in time, took you back in time. And every piece of furniture, paintings on the wall, reach out and tell you of it all. Make a wish in the wishing well, won't you please? I gotta make it back by the late 90s. Make a wish in the wishing well, oh please. 'Cause if I don't make it back, they won't know about me. Spend some time playing my music there, down in the lounge, and try to make it up the stairs to see the beauty of it all. Every piece of furniture and the paintings on the wall. You say a man got angry one night, got into a fight, gonna make it right. You say a man got crazy one night and took out a light and burned down the site. It stood tall for as long as I knew, 4 stories high, its paint was light blue. There in the depths of history, design took you back in time, took you back in time. Make a wish in the wishing well, won't you please? I gotta make it back by the late 90s. Make a wish in the wishing well, oh please. 'Cause if I don't make it back, they won't know about me. They won't know about me. They won't know about me, yeah, yeah. They won't know about me. They won't know about me. Thank you.
Just terrific. We really want to thank you.
Thank you very much.
And listen, we're going to be rolling our credits to get the show out of here. How about doing a number for us and getting us out of the show?
Sure.
Good. Okay, Bill Goodspeed is going to move us on out of here. We want to thank you very much for joining us on Joe's Place, and we'll see you next week.
In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? I need it just like a friend of mine. Hit me from behind. Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Karen, she's a silver sun. You best walk her away and watch her shining. Watch the morning come.